Hey Third Tribe, and welcome back to Third Eye Tarot. So in today's video, we'll be exploring another one of the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot, and we'll be speaking a little bit more about the Page of Pentacles. So the minor arcana cards in the tarot card reading are known to emphasize the daily events, behaviors, and choices made by an individual in their day-to-day lives. The cards are divided into 4 suits, and each suit contains 14 cards. So today we'll be deep diving into the 11th card in the suit of Pentacles of the tarot, and that is known as the Page of Pentacles. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Page of Pentacles card shows a young man standing in an open green field, which symbolizes his open mind, holding up a golden pentacle in his hands. The man here seems to be holding up this bright yellow coin to the bright yellow sky, or perhaps the sun, which symbolizes his intellect above him. He seems to be wearing a green tunic over brown and olive undergarments, symbolizing to us his earthly aspect of taking things slow and making sure he makes deliberate decisions. The red cap and scarf he's wearing symbolizes his passion for gathering information. He also seems to be looking intently at the pentacle. The flowers at his feet symbolize his joys of learning, and the tall blue mountains in the background symbolizes his pursuit for higher knowledge. The lush forest of fruit trees behind him has not reached full growth yet, and so this tells us that he himself has a lot of growth to do. So when the Page of Pentacles card appears during a tarot card reading, it can represent a prince or princess of Pentacles who is a very loyal, dependable, hardworking, methodical, and disciplined young learner. He knows the importance of saving money and is the natural young-born entrepreneur. He is also an earth sign and represents Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and has a natural gift of understanding the material world. He has the markings of a successful king or queen, even at this very young age that he seems to be in. So although he has a long way to go to reach that point, his determination and self-belief will definitely take him there. So when this card appears during a tarot card reading, it brings in news concerned with the financial world, or could even bring in news of furthering your studies. Just as this page looks at this pentacle carefully, he advises you to cautiously consider every option available to you before you make your next move. So if this card is pulled in the upright position for a love-related reading, it can symbolize a time in your life in which you might be questioning your feelings for your partner, analyzing whether you want to go ahead with this relationship or move on altogether. This card suggests having a very serious conversation with your partner to see if the both of you share common goals before you are able to make any decisions. For those who are single, this card, when it appears here for you, it asks you to change your approach about handling love, as you may not be heading in the right way and presenting the right attitude to attract a partner. Perhaps you are still holding on to all the baggage of an ex, or holding on to the memories of your past relationships. For some who have been trying to conceive, this card also brings great news of pregnancy to those who desire a baby at this time. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a career-related reading, it can indicate brand new opportunities coming your way that will help you improve your finances drastically. Perhaps you'll get a chance to learn new things that may be a bit challenging for you, or perhaps you're offered to take the lead on a brand new project. So when this card appears here for you, it asks you to not hesitate to take it, as you are a committed person and you will not fail to deliver at this time. If you are getting a job offer that makes you feel like a child learning new skills, go ahead and accept it, for it will pay off greatly in the long run. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a health-related reading, the page here can indicate a time that you were perhaps feeling physically or emotionally drained, but when he appears here for you, he symbolizes a brand new start in which you will start feeling healthier and more energetic again. He also cautions you about neck problems or overindulging, so make sure you're not straining your neck or sleeping uncomfortably or overindulging in any fatty treats, sweets, or even alcohol or drugs. So now I want to talk a little bit more about this Page of Pentacles card in the reverse position during a tarot card reading. So when the Page of Pentacles card appears in its reverse position during a reading, it often refers to issues surrounding delays, bad news, or even setbacks. You could be very restless at this time and fidgety, and that could actually lead to defeat and resulting in great sadness for you. So when he appears here, he asks you to stop, step back, re-energize, and refocus before you are able to try again. When reversed, he represents a person who is immature, lazy, irresponsible, and even rebellious at times. And so he echoes the sentiments and encourages you to learn from your past mistakes, and also serves as a reminder to not obsess about accumulating material possessions, as the pleasure that you will derive from them will only be short-lived. So if this card is pulled in its reverse position for a love-related reading, in its reverse position it can indicate miscommunications with a loved one, leading to some sort of rift in the relationship. This card can also sometimes suggest that you are giving too much emphasis on the material world and failing to connect emotionally with your partner. You may be too concerned about finances that you fail to appreciate all the smaller aspects of your life that actually make your partnership the perfect thing that it is. Remember to divide your time well between your work and your relationship, and make sure you take some time to show your partner how special they are to you. For some, this card can also point to a partner who is undependable and not keeping any promises to you. There may also be some sort of infidelity at this point, or perhaps they spend some time flirting or cheating with somebody else. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a career-related reading, it can indicate that you may be having some difficulties in getting a project off the ground in the workplace. Some paperwork or red tape may be causing some sort of hindrance and keeping you from getting this project off the ground. When it comes to contracts and documents, the page here in its reverse position warns you to be very careful not to overlook any important details, for if you do so, you will be greatly disappointed in the future. Take some time out to do the necessary research before submitting or signing any important documents. For others, it can also point out the fact that although you have some great ideas about starting a new project or perhaps a brand new business, you're not ready to go ahead with it at this time, as you will need to put in a bit more research and do a bit more planning before your project can actually be a success. For those who are currently employed, when this card appears in its reverse position, it can herald some bad news about your promotion or an exam that you had sat for. So perhaps you are denied that promotion that you were really hoping would come through for you, or perhaps you're not successful at an exam you had just taken. And finally, if this card is pulled in the reverse position for a health-related reading, it may indicate a time in which you can receive some sort of bad news about your health or well-being. And if you have been indulging in an unhealthy lifestyle, this card appearing here in its reverse position tells you that now's the time you need to change this. Make sure you're cutting out all that dairy, fats, extra sugars, and you start taking your health more seriously. For those who are pregnant at this time, this card does caution you to make sure you are taking good care of yourself and your baby at this time to prevent any further damages. When reversed, this card also warns you to stay away from performing dangerous activities. So stay away from stunt racing or car racing or any bungee jumping, etc., because you just don't want to run into any unnecessary accidents during this time. For some, it can also warn you against consuming too much alcohol or too much drugs, and therefore it asks you to stay away from all these addictive substances. And so that was all I have to say about the Page of Pentacles tarot card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found the video very interesting and informative. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with some of your friends in the tarot community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.